Hello, y'all. Welcome to another episode of Real Talk with Shawn Smith. On today's episode, we're going to be talking about elders. Why it's very important to take care of our elders. And I got a guest with us today. She is one of the first few female guests on the podcast. And she's going to introduce herself.
Hello, everyone. My name is Lovie Baxter, and I am the owner and practitioner for A Touch of Love residential care homes.
Yeah, it's so good to have you on.
I'm happy to be here.
Yeah. So tell me, start a business up to help elder people.
Well, geriatrics has always been my specialty area. I love my senior citizens, and I just saw that there was a huge need when it came to the residential space and providing good care for them.
This is like a passion.
Definitely my passion. I refer to my business as my ministry. My number one goal is to allow, of course, God to use me as his vessel, but more specifically to touch the lives of senior citizens.
Yeah. So how long this business been going?
So I've been in business for 8 years.
Oh, for 8 years.
And I have been, I guess, in the medical field for over 18 years.
Oh, okay. And that's very good. So do you have young people volunteering at your business, at your company?
I do. I actually, for a while, had a charter school that would come and do, like a field trip every month at one of my homes, and just to see the bond between the senior citizens and the children and the wisdom that they were pouring into the children, and then just the laughs that the children would get. It's just a good mix whenever you meet, wisdom with the innocence of a child.
Yeah. So why is it very important to take care of our elders?
I think the biggest thing is that they took care of us,
Yeah.
So we definitely want to give back to them. And then when you think about growing old and just being very vulnerable, it's almost like you're going further in life, but in reality, you're kind of going backwards as well. And you really rely on others to take care of you, to make sure that you are protected. And so I feel like they did that for us when we were smaller.
Yeah.
So we should have some type of obligation to do the same for them.
Okay. So do some of the elders, do they drive? Can they drive themselves, or y'all just drive for you?
So by the time they come into my care, most of them have given up either voluntarily or they have been strongly encouraged not to drive. And so they're truly homebound and just needing assistance. Usually my patients are those who can no longer take care of themselves. So whatever that may look like, whether it's just being able to drive and they can't go to the grocery store, they can't go to their own doctor's appointments. They can come and move in one of my facilities, and we provide that care for them. And then it can go all the way to those who, just can't do the simple things that we, I think, sometimes take for granted. Bathing, cooking for ourselves, feeding ourselves.
Yeah.
So we're there to meet them wherever they are.
So this is like an apartment they stay in, like a house?
Actually, it's a home like you or I live in the community. And on the inside, the difference is that you're going to see 3 senior citizens living there. And then my staff and I take care of them.
Okay, so they because they can hang out with other residents.
Absolutely. It's a small, intimate setting because obviously it's in a home, but it is enough interactions where they have other like-minded individuals, with them, but they're not getting lost in the numbers, like they possibly could in a bigger facility.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I'm just trying to see what age do they experience Alzheimer's?
It can Unfortunately, it can come on very young.
Oh, really?
So I take care of patients, that's just one disease process that I take care of. I take care of patients with every disease process that's out there. The key factor is that they can no longer provide care for themselves. And so once they get to that part or that point in their life, then we're there to do what we need to do. And I say that I take care of senior citizens just because obviously that's where my passion is.
Yeah.
But I have patients that are, in their 50s.
What?
Yeah.
So,
to me, that's not old.
No.
As I'm getting older. But yeah, that, like I said, I use the verbiage senior citizens or geriatrics, but really, again, it's like anybody who cannot take care of themselves can come and live in one of my homes.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's very shocking. So you can get it at any age. Because I would say Alzheimer's. I always want to know the difference. The difference between Alzheimer's and dementia.
Yeah, and everybody, those two words are used interchangeably. However, a true diagnosis is going to come, unfortunately, after death, when we can really just open up the brain and see what's going on.
Yeah.
But there are key symptoms that are involved that will let you know that someone is suffering from Alzheimer's or dementia.
And they have problems of talking.
Memory loss. Confusion. Even some hallucinations. And just not understanding reality. Sometimes they will go all the way back to a specific point in their life. I don't know if you've ever been to a memory care where they specifically take care of Alzheimer's patients. Sometimes you'll see them walking around with baby dolls, or you'll see them, doing things that you would normally associate with a child. Each person presents differently, but usually they go back to some key factor in their life that was, just, important to them. I took care of one gentleman who, even at, I think he was like 96 when he came to me, but every morning he thought he had to get up and go, pick cotton in the field because that's what he grew up doing. And so that was a trigger for him, and so that's what he thought every morning. And it was no matter how many times we told him, no, you don't have to go to work. That's just what he thought. Yeah.
And when y'all tell him, then he get mad.
He didn't. He just was, and then I get creative, I never want to rob someone of what they're thinking, even though it may be incorrect. So, I set up a place for that particular patient. I set up a place in the home, and he would go and he would sit there and he would just do different little activities that would kind of relate to what he did when he was a child. And so he thought he was actually going to work.
Oh, man.
Sometimes you have to kind of play into it to, kind of keep the atmosphere calm.
It also can make you sad to see elders like that.
It is.
I know a couple of people. Like recently, a pastor of my old church, first lady of the church of my old church, she had passed away recently from Alzheimer's.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very sad. I was talking to a colleague of mine the other day, and we were discussing, which disease process is worse? Is it dementia and Alzheimer's, or is it cancer? Because really, both of them affect you greatly. Cancer obviously is very hard on the body, but dementia and Alzheimer's is very hard on the brain. And so when you look at that and you're thinking about seniors who don't even recognize their spouse, or that they've been married to, for 60 plus years or so, or recognizing their children that they gave birth to, that's sad,
Yeah, that is sad.
So I still don't have a clear answer which, disease process is worth. It's all bad, but we try to make the most of it and definitely not only support the patient through the process, but be a strong support system for the families.
So what causes this? It could be something, the alcohol they drinking.
Not necessarily. It is just, if we could figure out the exact cause or what, leads to it, then we could kind of do away with it. But it's just a disease process of the brain, and we really don't know all of the contributing factors because it doesn't present the same in two people.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
So it's a huge disease process. Now, some of the symptoms are the same, obviously, but yeah, it's a widespread problem that we hopefully one day will have an answer for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lord's will.
Exactly.
Very shocking. So, okay, I'm going to ask you a question about your faith.
Okay.
So, how long you been a part of ICOC Church?
So I have been a member of the DFW Church of Christ, 9 years now.
Oh, 9 years. Oh, okay.
I believe it's been 9 years. So it's been a while.
Okay.
Maybe longer than that now that I'm actually starting to do the math. Maybe closer to 12. I don't know. Let's say between 9 and 12.
Okay.
It's
Because,
been a
I
while.
remember the South and the West was together.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I started coming back in 2016. That's when I
Okay.
had started, because I was with the campus, man. Yeah.
Yeah. So great group of people who really believe in walking, according to what the word says, as opposed to just hearing.
Yeah.
That's important.
Yeah. Because I know it been a lot of backflash about the church on YouTube and all that there's a cult. And at first I used to believe those people. I'm like, no, I can't go by what people say.
Right, for sure.
Yeah.
In anything. I mean, it's always important to do, your due diligence and doing your own research and then just following, your heart and going according to that, and of course what God says.
Yeah, because this is one thing about people, they just want to go to church and then get out there doing what they want to do. They don't like to be held accountable. That's why they don't like that type of church. So.
Right. That is true.
Yeah.
Our world is very interesting
Yeah,
right now.
So, when did you give your life to the Lord?
So I actually got baptized when I was young. But then, of course, with our church, you get baptized again, even if you have been. But faith and, my relationship with Christ has been a staple in my life since birth. We have always gone to church, so it's nothing new to me. I have a strong belief in God. That's where what keeps me grounded. It's how I function day to day, So.
Yeah, that's very important.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
In everything I do.
Yeah. We also, I know some of us, we get so caught up in things of this word. We only take out the time to read our words.
Yeah, for sure. And nowadays, life can get so busy, but you definitely have to stay focused.
Yeah, you definitely have to stay focused.
For me, keeping God center point is crucial, because my environment is so high stress, because I'm dealing with human lives, I definitely have to stay prayed up, as my grandmother used to say.
So with the elder people, do you read them the word to them?
It's funny because a lot of times, and I think it's just that generation, they didn't even grow up knowing how to read, or if they did, it's very limited, but they know the word.
Oh,
and they can quote you scriptures and tell you where it's found. And I was like, wait a minute, I thought you couldn't read, So I used to think about that way back early in my career. It's like, if they don't have a second grade education, or they were never taught to read, but they know the word or they know the Bible, what's my excuse?
Yeah.
So, when you stop and think about it, it's like, I don't have an excuse. So I need to, get on the straight and narrow. So, but yeah, we, again, meeting them wherever we need to. I have one of my homes where they have a Bible study that they started, which was so encouraging. I always tell people, whenever you walk in one of my homes, you're going to know that I'm a lady of faith, just by, the things that are on the walls and things like that. But hopefully by the way I'm treating you and the way, you see your loved ones, flourishing in my homes, that you're going to know that I'm a child of God. But it's just encouraging to get families that are on board with that. And so you don't have to apologize, or you don't have to dance around your faith or your beliefs. I know, in a lot of places you can't talk about, politics or religion.
Yeah.
So I'm very fortunate that that has never been an issue, even before I owned my own business. It was never an issue that I could not talk about my beliefs and my higher power, which is God.
That's an amen to that.
Right.
Yeah. So about your business, do you have like intern people?
I've had a few come over the years, whether it was, and which seems a little odd, but you got to think about, we're taking care of the whole person, not just from a medical standpoint.
Yeah.
So I've had a couple of interns that were cosmetology students who wanted to come and bless my residents with, new haircuts, or, just a pamper day. I've had, of course, nursing students that have been interns. I have had a, what was their title? I think it was sports medicine. Come out and work with my clients. So yeah, I get a wide variety of people that are interested not only in what I do, but how can they serve. And so community partners are huge for me. Being a small business and basically, being a one-woman show trying to direct all the traffic, it is key to have community partners that can come in and help me.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, it seems like a good business.
I love what I do. I love giving back to this particular population, and just really making sure that their last days are filled with quality and that they feel loved and taken care of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you had some they probably would line to 100.
Yeah, so the oldest person that I've taken care of in my home, they came to me when they were 100, and they passed away when they were 107.
Oh.
So they were like with me almost the entire time that I've been open, and the amount of information and wisdom that I just was able to receive by sitting at the foot of this, I call her young lady, that was our joke, was just wonderful. You know what I'm saying? Because the things that she could tell me, the things that I learned just from the stories that she would tell, was just eye-opening. And it always gave me a new perspective on how I not only approach life, but how I, look at others when they're going through things. So I'm 107 years old, and she was a firecracker.
Oh, did she have kids?
She did. I actually took care of her and her daughter.
Oh, okay.
So, and that's another thing that I love. I get a lot of families where not only I may take care of, let's say, the mother, then I'll take care of the husband or the father. So that has been very encouraging. And plus, here lately, the last, I'd say, year and a half, I call myself the couple magnet because it seems like I get a lot of referrals for both the husband and wife wanting to come and be under my care at the same time. So that's always fun.
Man, so what are your advice to people that want to get into this industry of taking care of elders?
The biggest thing is being a caregiver is extremely hard, okay? So if you don't have the heart to do it, keep going. Just keep going, because it is definitely, I don't want to say a hard task, because, it's just as hard as you make it, but it is complex, I'll put it that way. And there are just certain things that you have to have your head wrapped around to ensure that you're in it for the right reason, because they are basically totally dependent on you at some point, depending on when they come to you in their disease process. But they can become totally dependent on you, and just like a baby, you have to have the patience to be able to meet them where they are. The only difference, I think, is that elders they'll have a lot of words for you if they're not happy with you, you know, or if they don't want to do something because they've lived their whole life and they have all these experiences. So it can be challenging, but it is the most rewarding thing, in my opinion, that I can speak on because I love what I do and it's truly my calling. So definitely have the heart to do it, and then just step out on faith and do it.
All right. So yeah, it seems like this business can last a lifetime.
Hey, you know, that's the goal, is to get old. So
Yeah.
nobody wants to, you know, leave this earth being a youngster. That's just not how it was, you know, designed to be.
It should not be like that.
The goal is to get old. So you need to make preparations for that. And a lot of people, I do a lot of speaking engagements now. I do a lot of just teaching, whether it's on a corporate level, whether it's in churches, community centers, teaching people how to prepare to get old.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't even realize that there are certain things that you can be doing now to ensure that once you become of age and you can't work and you can't take care of yourself, that you can be taken care of.
Yeah.
You know, and not waiting until the last minute to do that is huge.
Yeah.
Yeah, because a lot of people will be like, oh, well, you know, I'll just go to a nursing home or just put me in. It's not that easy.
Put me in the nursing home.
It's not that easy. You have to, there's so many criteria that have to be met in order to, you know, even go into a nursing home. So you need to plan for it. And a lot of people do not like to talk about end of life issues.
No, they don't.
Yeah, it's not a fun topic, but it's a necessary topic for sure.
Yeah, as long as you talk about, I guess, oldness, it's a goal is to like grow old.
Right.
You know?
Right. And you know, it's very important that we take care of those, you know, that get to that, because they did something right. You know, so just wrapping your head around what it takes to get to that, the end goal.
Yeah. I know it's just, I say, so sad to see so many young people passing away.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It really is, because, you know, they haven't even lived their life, you know, and especially when it's, I guess, when they're taken from this world over nonsense, you know. A lot of times it can be just a simple, in my book, communication can solve 99% of things, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's sad. So I always look up to senior citizens because they have been in the trenches. And, you know, as my oldest son says, adulting is hard to do. Yeah, it is. So you're an adult usually longer than you are a child. So
trust me.
not too fun, but it's all good.
Yeah, I tell you. But yeah, like I just recently graduated from college, and like I'm in the process of looking for a job. So
congratulations.
Yeah, Lord's will. Hope I can find something. So.
Yeah, you will. You will. You just got to keep positive and believe. That's my mantra. Stay positive, because there's so much negativity in the world. It's easy to be negative, but you have to work at being positive.
Yeah. So I love to ask my guests, what music do you really listen to?
You know, I can go old school. Whitney Houston, first of all, is my favorite. So I can go as far back as the Jackson 5, to Whitney Houston, to Kirk Franklin, Donnie McClurkin, Israel Horton. I mean, I can go anywhere. New Edition, Boyz II Men. Yeah. So this new music I have.
You can, I know. Yeah.
It takes, I don't know, but yeah. I'm an old school gal. Sad to see Frankie Beverly just move. I mean, just move. Well, just move on up. Just pass away. But yeah, so I'm an old school girl.
Yeah, that was very sad.
It was. We're losing all the greats.
Yeah, him and Michael Jackson's brother, Till Jackson. I was just so shocked. I'm like, so many people checking up out of here.
Yeah. But again, that means that they have met their, you know, their assignment. They've completed it. So
Yeah.
we can't question God's timing. So just try to stay the course and make sure we get to that end point.
So do you kind of listen to Toni Braxton's music?
I wasn't a big fan of Toni Braxton. I know her music, but she was right there with Whitney, and so my loyalty was. I'm big on being loyal, so I was Whitney Houston all. Yeah, but yeah, Toni, she has some good songs though.
Yeah, she do.
That's your favorite?
Yeah, I like some of her songs, but her whole family can sing.
Yeah.
But one of her sister, Tracy, I would say 2 years ago, they hit me hard when she passed away.
Oh, did she?
Yeah, wow. I didn't know that she was sick.
Yeah.
Then with cancer, she did tell everybody.
Right. Can you imagine living in that limelight and having to have your business all out there? If you find, I see a lot of celebrities that kind of keep that close to them. What was the guy's name? Chadwick,
yeah.
He kind of did the same thing.
Yeah,
he was
because
going to shoot every day, and they didn't even know.
Man, you can tell, you could not tell, even though they lost a lot of weight, and people like, oh, they sick.
Right. Yeah, so, I don't know. I guess they just feel they have to keep something private.
Yeah, because the cancer, I'm trying to see, do it affect their brains when they...
It can, depending on where the cancer originated or metastasized to.
Because I was there when Tracy, when she passed away from esophagus cancer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she was diagnosed back in December 2020. Yeah, and she had it for a whole year, but they passed away into the spring, to March of 2022.
Okay.
Yeah, but I didn't know she was sick, and they were saying, she was at hospice. She had hospice at home. Yeah, and I guess the cancer during her last final day, she lost a lot of weight, and I guess her brain was affected.
Yeah.
Like she was disabled.
Unfortunately, it can happen. It can happen. So it's just sad, Like I said, cancer is a horrible disease process, and I just wish we could find a cure for it.
Yeah. I have a couple of people, like my grandmama, she passed away from breast cancer, about 19 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah, my dad's mama.
Wow. Yeah, we're still in the fight.
Yeah.
Hopefully we can get a cure or either better treatment for it.
Yeah.
So.
Then I have a grandpa. He had passed away from cancer, but he passed away for kidney disease. He was on dialysis. So, yeah, back in 2019.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yep, you gotta take good care of yourself, especially when you know your family's history. Sometimes you can, change up something that you're doing so that you can kind of stop, that generational disease from spreading.
Like heartburns and all that.
Possibly, yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Shoot, that food be good. We be eating that food. Shoot.
You be eating a lot of.
Yeah, that fried chicken. I ate at Popeyes this week.
Oh my goodness.
But I get overboard with ketchup and all that. And on French fries and chicken.
Oh my goodness. Ketchup is not a side, it's a condiment.
Yeah. But I have not did ketchup that much.
Okay.
Ever since I had the heartburn. Because it really kicking me right now.
That's hilarious.
Then my habit is drinking Kool-Aid.
Water, Shawn.
Yeah, definitely need to drink some water and lose this weight.
That is too funny. Yeah. I tell my patients that, a lot of people don't understand that food is medicine. So you do have to watch what you're putting in, and it's hard. All of us struggle with it. So, yeah, but don't use ketchup as a side.
It can't be used and put it all on your chicken, French fries. That
my
time
goodness.
was so weird. I had put it on, let's see, spaghettis.
Oh my. Okay.
No, I put ranch on my spaghetti.
I don't know about that one. Where are you from?
I'm from Fort Worth, Texas. I grew up in Star 6.
Okay, ranch on spaghetti. Okay.
Yeah,
That's new
countryside.
for me. I guess so. I don't know if I know anybody who does that.
Now, me, I'm going to say this. I don't eat cornbread.
Okay.
I don't eat watermelon. I hate watermelon cornbread. And I know I got a lot of people who say, we're going to take away your black card.
Because you're not eating those two things? Wow.
I don't like those two.
You're fine.
Yeah.
There's a lot of black people that don't eat those things. You're fine.
Do you like chilies?
No. That's a strong no for me. Never have, never will. Nope, don't know watermelon either.
Watermelon, yeah. I remember somebody from the church was trying to make me eat watermelon. Say no.
Not interested.
No, not interested.
Yeah.
And then, this is one thing I would tell you I would never do again, camping.
Why?
I went camping before. I went camping 2 times, and I did enjoy sleeping in the tent.
Yeah.
Because,
See, my daughter's in Girl Scouts, and we went glamping. So we had an RV.
oh, yeah, I want to do that.
I can't do the tent thing.
Yeah, the tent made me like my allergies bad down top of that buzz.
Yeah, I can do the RV and be out in the middle of nowhere, but not in the tent. Nah, I'll pass on that.
You say you pass
I'll pass on that.
Yeah, I would. I was gonna go camping with the brothers back in the summer, but I changed my mind. Like, not for me.
Can't do it.
No,
I don't know. You know, there's some people who will just go out and take a tent and their little survival kit. They won't take no food, and I'm like, well, hey,
it's on them.
something for everybody, but that's not for me.
Yeah,
So.
not for me. I'm kind of on the bougie.
Oh, goodness. Yeah. I'm not claiming that, but hey, I can't do the tent. I'll leave it at that.
Yeah, all bees is better.
Yeah, I'm not that adventurous like that.
But yeah, before I let you go, do you watch TV sometimes?
You know, I really don't have time.
Oh.
I'm a huge sports fan, so right now, of course, I'm watching TV because, you know, college football, the NFL.
Okay.
So watching all of that, but I don't watch TV like I used to because I just don't have the time.
Oh, yeah.
I just do not have the time. It is, you know, nonstop between my business and personal life. So I try to carve out a couple of hours on Saturday, a couple of hours on Sunday to watch my football during football season.
Oh, you a fan of the Cowboys?
Of course I am. America's team, the only team in America, yes.
They did good in their first game, though.
There's not many undefeated NFL teams, so one loss to the Aints is not going to hurt us. We'll be all right.
Yeah, we pray. We be saying we gonna go to the Super Bowl.
We are. This year.
We got to pray in the name of Jesus. Pray on it.
This is our year. You know, Dak's been paid. CD's been paid. This is our year.
Yeah,
I called Jerry. I told him, I said, pay them. He paid them. So here we are.
Then one thing is, I would love to go to a game,
Really?
like I did for my birthday.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would definitely love to go to a game again.
It's an experience, but you know, I like watching it. Now, I like watching baseball in person, but I like watching football at home because I want to see the instant replays clearly. And I just want to, I don't know, I just feel like I can pay attention better.
Oh.
It's a lot of stimuli when you're there at the game. I mean, in a good way, but yeah. But AT&T Stadium is beautiful.
Yeah, yeah.
Beautiful. Jerry did a good job.
Couple times will never forget me. First, I think they first built in '09. You know, I went there and they used to have like the Bass Hall show there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the Bass Hall Offer Show. Because I love looking. I know people like, oh, you young. Oh, you like that kind of stuff. I love Beethoven music.
Wow. It's relaxing. Yeah, for sure.
I listen to that sometimes. And I would love to go see an Offer Show sometime.
Wow. Yeah. It's definitely relaxing. And, you know, talking about old school, man, I remember having to learn all that stuff. I used to take piano lessons and trying to learn how to play that. I never enjoyed it until after, you know, like later on when I got older. I was like, dang, probably should have paid attention more, you know, because it's true art. So
yeah. So you graduated here from the University of Texas at Arlington?
It's one of my alma maters, yes. School of Social Work.
Okay.
Yep. I got my master's in social work with a concentration in community and administrative practice.
Okay.
So shout out to the Mavericks.
Yeah. So it was different when you had graduated.
It was a lot different. Even coming here today, I'm like, oh gosh, where's the library again? Not only is the campus been built, you know, onto, but you know, it was just different. The social work building was off of Cooper Street. So we didn't have to come on to campus as much. And so by me being a grad student, that was right up my alley because I went to undergrad at UNT. And so, you know, I had done enough of the on campus walking from one building across, you know, Waco. So going to grad school and just having to park in the parking lot and walk in the building was so, you know, appreciated. But yeah. I was passed by the social work building today on my way here. I was like, oh, they got the social work building over here now. So, but yeah, I had a good time at UTA. Even though I was grad, I still was involved, you know, with different things on campus and had a lot of good memories at the school.
Did you die by joining sorority?
Did I what?
Die by joining a sorority.
You know, I'm not going to say which sorority that I wanted to join, but both at UNT and UTA, they were suspended. So I said, okay, that was just the Lord telling me that's not your road.
Yeah.
What is going on? And even my backup sorority was not able to have a line. So I was like, okay, that being in a sorority is just not for me. Obviously. So
yeah, I thought about joining the fraternity, but the Lord told me not to.
Yeah, there's a whole nother set of beliefs with that I won't go into.
Yeah, we are.
I'm gonna leave that right there.
Yeah, you say. But yeah, I really appreciate you for coming on this episode. We'll talk with Shawn Smith.
Well, I'm glad you had me.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
So y'all, where can they find you on social media?
Yeah, so I am everywhere on social media. You can find me on under my business name, A Touch of Love Care Home, on all social media platforms, or you can find me under Lovie Baxter.
Okay, y'all heard me first, and they okay. Y'all heard me first. And y'all be sure to catch new episodes every Friday on YouTube and subscribe to Real Talk with Shawn Smith's YouTube channel. And that being said, y'all take care and see y'all on the next episode, Real Talk with Shawn Smith. Bye, and y'all come back now.